Bingo?
I do. I do.
We're making activism fun again, right? Alright. So we're going to play a little Sanctuary City Bingo.
Okay.
Alright.
She's illegal. Right there.
Bingo, I'm going to give you a gift card to Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf or something.
Oh, God. Okay. Is it homegrown or domestic or foreign? Is it from Colombia?
Get this phone fixed.
There you go.
I'll take one.
Pass them down.
On the red. Okay. All right. Okay.
It's Christian Markovich. He actually showed up. I can't. I'll try. Are you thirsty, Christian? It's not a life.
It's not focusing. Sorry, guys. I'm sure you guys can play.
Okay, and here's one of the things I promise. I will not say voter fraud when Nativo Lopez speaks. I will not say voter fraud. Live.
This is a promise, you said?
Yes, it is. I promise. Nativo, oh, he moved. Oh, I couldn't tell Nativo I was not going to say voter fraud when he spoke. Hey, thanks for making it. Is your wife coming yet or what? Maybe he's married to the camera. I don't.
Why don't she know wife? Is she running real late? Running real late? I'll be very happy to meet her.
See that too? The corrupt. Chris Garcia. El Corrupto.
I do. If they go to American Children First.
El Corrupto. Con Robert Hernandez. Robert Hernandez, right there.
All right, there you go. You can play at home.
Let me see it. So when they say certain words, we put a coin on it.
All kinds of stuff on there.
I would like one to show the audience. All two of them.
I'm having trouble getting mine to focus, but yeah. Try this one more time, guys.
Okay, Fox 11 news coverage, we've got that. Channel 4, we got that. KTLA 5, we got that. Markovich's wife speaks.
You got that one? Is she here?
I don't know.
Is Markovich's wife here?
Don't touch his wife.
There she is, right there. That's her.
Okay, so when she's... Okay, there it is.
If she speaks, you can check it off. And you got Markovich's wife.
Got it. Okay, so let's see. Patriots get arrested. There it is. What is it? Okay, what do you want to talk about? I'm supposed to stay seated, so come on over.
What do you want me to ask Joseph? Why are you doing anything in Torrance? Why are you going to some places like Cudahy? Why are you going to all these places outside your community?
Do you live in Cudahy? Do you live in Cudahy? Sorry.
Sit down below.
I'm sorry.
Yvette. She's an Yvette wannabe. Yvette wannabe. She's on here too.
Or I thought she was Madam Swan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, go ahead. Okay, absolutely. The meeting hasn't been called yet. That's why I'm acting up. Or I'm speaking my mind.
You want to play at home or are you good?
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I know. Someone speaks pig lacking.
They're all different. They're all randomized.
Okay. But I don't have a pen.
Yes.
There's enough seats for everybody. Don't worry. All these gay flags. Okay. Okay, whatever. I don't know what that means.
I don't think there's enough seats for everyone.
That's a great question. And there's the guy without a wife who's saving a seat for the wife, which is really strange. And
Arthur.
Hey, yo. What's up, Joseph Turner?
Here's one of my favorites.
Which one? Black Betacuck Jewish guy?
If Beluga says Arthur, shut up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You get to check, if it's on your box, you get to check it off.
Got
there
it.
you go.
Okay.
So,
the only problem is I need a pen.
I know, we're short on pens.
Can I use my spit?
Use your finger. Punch a hole.
Okay. Punch a hole. Okay. I don't want to say it too loud. They'll think I'm violent.
Use your key to punch a hole in it.
Oh, okay. I will use my key to punch a hole. In the big machine.
Sitting there.
I will use my key.
Yeah, somebody's sitting there.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure somebody's sitting there.
Robert Hernandez needs to sit down. Robert Hernandez needs to sit down. Okay, Nativo's there. I won't say anything. I think so, yeah. Okay, let me do that.
Channel 52 is here.
Oh my God, this stinks to high heaven. Okay, it's a marker, guys, and it stinks. Okay, no channel. I know Fox 11. I get a free space. Okay, now he called me.
How about channel 62?
Mark of,
I
okay.
think that was supposed to be 52. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
it had 5+ deputies.
Killed that one.
I know. I put a hole in it.
Are you already 2 away? You're already 2 away.
Okay, give me a sec here.
These two.
What shows up with? Did she show up? Is she here? The chick with the feather in her head?
Not yet.
Okay.
There was a guy with the feather.
Well, maybe he's transgender.
Hey, Arthur, channel 7's here.
Okay.
Arthur is 1 away already.
Somebody wins the Cudahy bingo. Oh, well, that's kind of.
7, 52.
Jack Guerrero says Constitution. Is he even going to be here?
Oh man, you're 1 away. Arthur.
I know,
you're
man.
1 away.
I'm almost there.
Are you going to wear your cape?
Yes, I am.
Then we can't get it. One of them.
What is it? One of them is what?
It was if Arthur does not wear the cape, then you get to check it off. Sorry.
Oh, hey, Miriam.
Borrow the marker real quick.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're screwed. You're totally screwed. I'm going to wear it.
Oh wait,
I did not see
did
channel 5. Did you see channel 5?
Did somebody say white privilege?
I saw
already?
Chanel 5 like 5 days ago.
Did they say white privilege already? There's a lot of back to Europe.
I know I heard. Does that count, or does he have to call us European invaders?
No, European invaders.
Okay, it's got to be that one. Okay, then I'll get that one.
Channel 4, we got
Did
that.
Snowflake show up
I
yet?
don't know if channel 4 showed up today. I saw 7 and 11.
Is Channel 5 here? I'm almost close to bingo here.
All right.
Wait, there's nothing here about a 13-year-old boy calling us white supremacists. You should have put that one in there. Or that he's afraid of us because he thinks we're terrorists. Did you win? Yeah, you gotta get 5 in a row. Okay. There's nothing here about a guy married to his camera either. So, darn.
You should have thought of that.
I know.
Was there, wait, do we have a pipeline sign out there?
No, I didn't see one yet.
No.
Dodger dude tells Arthur to shut up. Okay, I gotta wait for that one. Okay, that's mine, okay? That's mine. There's nothing in here about Latinos being called white supremacists. I don't see anything about that. Miriam!
Oh, someone gives public comment in Spanish.
My dad, could I come in?
A stick? Oh, I don't think so, because you can't block the view. They're very picky about that.
Was Hareem wearing the Trump flag cape?
Yes. So what is it? Nobody can wear anything, or what? Leftist punches an American patriot. Joseph, did you get punched yet?
Not yet.
We have
Okay,
Channel
not yet.
7 and Fox,
But
right?
did JB get hit?
You've got one here about somebody getting arrested. Wow. Gosh.
The real deal.
You got a lot of hope in me, don't you?
Does he have one in there about us all pitching in for bail money?
Okay, about bail money? You know, I didn't need bail money, but it was the nicest 2 hours of sleep I ever had.
All right, we got channel 7 and Fox 11, right?
Sorry.
What's your name? Is that Cyrus?
Yeah, that's how Johnny. Really? Yeah. Oh, look, what happened to him?
Oh, he went out.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, Alan. There's nothing in here about you being armed with a weapon. Sorry.
WRITE.
Oh my gosh, it's Markovich. Does he have enough water?
Can you write down your
Oh,
name on a
Yvette
piece of paper?
Wannabe shows up.
Can you write down your name on a piece of paper? Because I don't have.
Sandy,
Okay.
do you want to play Sanctuary City Bingo?
How about Archie? Do you want to play Sanctuary City Bingo? I'm almost winning. That's a nice cat on your head.
There you go.
I can't hear you. My camera's too loud.
RITE.
The sound of Trump winning is making too much noise.
I'm Joseph. All right.
Hey.
We have channel 7, right?
Yes.
And Fox 11?
Yes. Oh, did you just win?
No.
Can I borrow it? Let me just go over it. Did everybody get a seat, or there's still people left over outside?
I got channel 5. All right, can I borrow real quick?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
I wonder if Jack's going to show up.
All right, this is where I'm at.
That guy behind you is gunning for me. Okay, who's gunning for me?
to...
Probably that guy? There you go, right there. Right there. Okay, right there. Right there. Okay. Alan Garcia just compared me to Rosa Parks. I'm honored. Thank you. Okay, wait. Alan told me to shut up. Does that count?
Who did?
Alan did.
No, it's gotta be Dodger Boy. You have to go to the back table, write your name, and get a card. Then you're good.
Okay.
That's fine. We're all speaking on public comment.
Has anybody been called a KKK yet? Anybody? You have?
Yes.
Today?
Yeah, today.
Are you serious? I'm sorry.
Blue eyes, my blonde hair.
Remind me of your name again.
Crazy.
So they called her a white supremacist, a KKK. Oh, I'm sorry.
White supremacist.
Wow.
We all not see
You are the whitest person in this room.
I know. It's my hair.
I'm ashamed of myself. I'm not white enough.
Yeah, they have to be.
I'm actually red now.
This is how ridiculous this stuff.
What are you with?
I'm with Red Elephants.
Hi, Red Elephants.
There you go. This is Arthur, and you're with the manga group, right?
Yes, I am. LA for Trump, Beach Cities Republicans, LA County for Trump. I said We the People Rising with Robin, our lovely director.
There you go.
Yes.
Hey.
And Joseph Turner.
There is every councilman's wearing a tie. You know Jack's gonna have a tie on.
Okay, so does that a point?
On some cards have that.
I don't have that, man. I feel like I got a rooked card here.
I think we all did.
Yeah, once you get bingo. If you get bingo, you give it to me.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, I get all 5 in a row.
Too many people, some left out. Dodger dude tells Arthur to shut up. Someone burns the flag. Councilman talks about Turner's initiative. Somebody wins the Cudahy bingo.
What are you doing? Are you coming over? You better
That's
come over.
Arthur. You can find him on here. They want to know how they can find you again.
Okay, so my Twitter feed is at Arthur C. Shopper, SCHAPER. My blog is ashopper1.blogspot.com, and my Facebook is Arthur C. It's going to be arthurchristopher.shopper, and the URL, or just Arthur C. Shopper. Yeah.
There you go.
We're just showing a video of you on
I'm not too hard to find. But don't worry. Don't worry. Officer Beers, don't worry. They weren't rough to me in Huntington Park. They were gentle with me. So it's okay. They didn't do anything to me. They even let me have phone calls.
Smile.
Where? From up there? City. Oh, okay. She's the best. Okay.
All right. Let's begin our meeting. It's a regular meeting of the Cudahy City Council and joint meeting of the Cudahy Successor Agency.
Which means it'll probably end in 10 minutes.
Approximate time is 6:32.
Maywood.
Can we get a roll call, please? Yes. Councilmember Guerrero. Councilmember Markovich.
Oh, way to go. This guy won another one. Congratulations.
Councilmember Sanchez. Vice Mayor Hernandez. Mayor Garcia. Present. All right, thank you. City Clerk, we have a couple of items that require a shift in our agenda, mainly due to closed session, and I'll have our city attorney read that out to further elaborate on that. But what we want to go ahead and start off with is go ahead and move section 6 to the very end, and we're going to move closed session right
Okay, 6 will be at the end.
after public comments. And then public comments would be open on both closed session and agenda items. Okay?
Which means we'll have to have public comment first.
We'll have public comment first. And then closed
Yay!
session.
I'll do the readout for closed session and then we can commence. As the first order of business, the City Council will meet in closed session on 2 time-sensitive matters. The first item is an anticipated litigation under 54956.9B4, initiation of litigation. The second item is an existing litigation matter under 54956.9.
He's the city attorney.
And finally, we have a real property negotiation item under 54956.8. Traditionally, with closed
he's not
session
here right now.
items, there is a separate public comment only on closed session matters. However, since we are combining both public comment general public comment, or closed session public comment. Speakers will be allowed to speak on either of those items. So once we are done with public comment, we will adjourn into closed session to deal with some other housekeeping business, and then we will resume.
Thank you so much for that. If we can please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
It's up to you. I'm going to stay. I got to behave today.
Right hand over your heart, ready to begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Okay. Yeah, legals are welcome. Legals are welcome. Okay, everybody, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna get this red shirt off of me. What is it?
Even non-white.
Yes, I know. Really? Just because you're not white doesn't make you a white supremacist.
Just because you...
I want them to see my Trump shirt, so I'm gonna start.
I think you embarrassed him. You did a good job.
Thank you. What is that?
All right. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Say that again?
They're not letting me read it.
Under presentation, we are now in section A.
This seat needs to be released.
What we're going to do,
If he shows
I
up.
want to listen up, because we're only going to do this once. It's very important
We've got our
that we
seats here.
listen and we all have a general understanding of why we have rules of decorum to begin with. Why they're important for these meetings to be conducted in an efficient and effective manner.
Yeah.
It is obvious why we're doing this today. Things have been escalating. Things have been getting louder. People have been in each other's faces, so much so that you had a full escalation at our previous meeting in front of children, and that is just unacceptable. So we're going to go ahead and start off by making a few things clear. What these meetings are not. These meetings are not political rallies. These meetings are not town halls. These meetings are not a protest. If you're here for a protest and you drove out here for a protest, I would encourage you to stand up, step outside, and out.
Joseph.
Go ahead. And we're going to use this as a prime example of what not to do. Because if you're here for a protest, you do that out there, not during city council proceedings. What this is a city government proceeding. And that is what this is. And there are rules of decorum established for that very purpose that everybody must follow. Everybody in this room has a role. We as a council have a role. The Sergeant of Arms has a role. I, as presiding officer, have a role. But most importantly, you guys, the public and the audience, have a role. Now let's go over that. We're going to break this down and go over your role as the audience. We abide by Robert's Rules of Order. And we strip this down to 3 basic rules.
Is that okay to call
first
people white
one
supremacists?
is no one is allowed to speak unless directed by the presiding officer. There is a structure to these meetings. Any unauthorized remarks, such as stomping your feet, whistling, smirking, yelling, applauding, booing, all of that will not be tolerated. It's in violation of our rules.
That's a Brown Act violation. We're allowed to do that.
Any willful, that's right, any willful interruption of those rules, and if your sole intention is to come here and disrupt these meetings, you will be escorted out of this room.
Okay.
In a nutshell, 2 words: no interruptions. There will be a time for public comment. Public comment is set aside, and mark my words and rest assured, we will protect your freedom of speech for 3 minutes during public comment.
3?
After public comment, we will proceed with city business at hand.
All right.
We're going to go over the time allotted for public comment, whether we want to limit public comment because we have an abundance of public speaker cards, or if we keep the time as is and limit the time, anything over that time will be moved towards the end of the meeting. Our objective here is simple, is to make sure these meetings are public-friendly spaces. I, as your presiding officer,
is that okay?
as well as the sheriff, we do not give a flying hoot about what your political party is, whether you're anti-immigration, pro-immigration. We just care about the respect for the rules of decorum of these meetings. We respect everybody's safety.
Okay, I'm gonna use them a second. Hello, I just have a quick question. A gentleman named Harim Uciel, is it that he's not allowed to come into the building? Do you know what I
don't know anything about that, sir. But
okay.
The thing is, you have to use me in or out. So
okay, that's fine. I'm just looking for him, that's all.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick. Everybody, give me a sec.
Entering the City Council chambers. If you need to have a discussion with someone in the audience, kindly step out. Although, just letting you know, the park is closed, so today you're only allowed to come into the meeting, inside the meeting. If you need to leave, then you're going to need to leave the park completely, outside the park.
You can't put it on silent so you don't lose your phone?
Your cellular phone, you can put it on silent. I'm talking about if you need to talk to somebody outside, you're not allowed outside.
Right.
Am I allowed to do
This is good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, under the government code,
I think he's outside arguing with people.
Disruptive behavior that impedes the city council meeting. Disruptive conduct may include, but is not limited to, screaming or yelling during another audience member's public comments period, profane language directed at individuals in the meeting room, throwing objects at other individuals in the meeting room, physical or verbal altercations with other individuals in the meeting room, and going beyond the allotted 2-minute public comment period granted. When a person's or group's conduct disrupts the meeting, the mayor or presiding officer will request that that person or group stop the disruptive behavior and warn the person or group that they will be asked to leave the meeting room if the behavior continues. If the person or group refuses to stop the disruptive behavior, the mayor or presiding officer may order the person or group to leave the meeting room and may request that those persons be escorted from the meeting room. Any persons who will, without authority of law, willfully disturbs or breaks up a city council meeting is guilty of a misdemeanor. Penal Code 403. During the meeting, we are at capacity in the room, so we are asking everyone to please stay seated. If you have to leave the room to go to the restroom, that's fine, and then come back. We need the aisles all clear. If you have a sign, I'm asking if you can please have the sign under your chin, keep it low so you're not blocking anyone, but everyone should have a seat available to them and sit down. Thank you. Also, like I said, the park is closed, so there will be no loitering outside of the building. Once this meeting is over, we're going to ask everyone to leave, get in your cars, and leave the premises. Thank you.
When does the park reopen again? Tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. I'm almost there.
Thank you so much for that, Sergeant Pierce. All right, let's get started. Moving on to B, we're going to go ahead and recognize Pride Month in the city of Cudahy with a presentation from the Wall Las Memorias Project.
He's already arguing with people outside.
We have a representative from that organization. Can you guys please step up to the podium?
Oh man, I should have brought my, I'm pro-LGBT. I'm pro-liberty, guns, Bible, truth. That's my LGBT. Oh, I didn't bring my poster. Damn. Do the residents support this?
Hi, good evening,
oh my
everyone.
God.
Good evening,
This is
esteemed council members
disgusting.
and community members. My name is Angela Cristobal, and I work for the Wallace Memorials Project located in Highland Park. And I'll be giving an LGBTQ and gender identity presentation today.
Is that a man or a woman?
So the Wallace Memorials Project is a community health and wellness organization dedicated to serving Latino, LGBT, and other underserved populations through advocacy, education, and building the next generation of leadership. Right now we're going to be going over the LGBTQ acronym.
It is
so,
disgusting.
L for lesbian, G for gay, B for bisexual, T for transgender, and Q for queer and questioning.
I thought there were more letters.
We're going to go through gender right now, and gender is the physical attributions at birth, so being male or female. Next is sexual orientation, which is a person's sexual identity, who they are attracted to. Next is gender identity. It's one innermost concept of self.
Oh my God.
And gender expression.
This is child abuse.
The ways in which we each manifest masculinity or
God, there are
femininity.
children here, dude. This is disgusting.
And lastly, transgender, sorry. Transitioning from one gender to the other. And I'm also including pronouns here because this is how someone likes to be referred to. An example, she or her, he or him, or they and them. And currently what's affecting the LGBT community is the healthcare system. There is a lack of laws and policies which are in effect, housing and homelessness, violence and hate crimes, employment, legal status, whether a person is documented or undocumented.
This is a male
and,
pretending to be a female.
Health and HIV status as well. And currently within the transgender community, this is data from 2016. 26% of trans people have lost the job due to being trans.
Yeah, because it's crazy.
50% were harassed on the job for being trans. 20% were evicted or denied housing for being trans. 78% of trans students were harassed or assaulted. And 21 transgender women have been killed in 2016.
We need to give people the truth.
So far in this year, 2017, we have 12 transgender individuals who have been murdered, and we're halfway through the year. So this is just to put things in perspective.
That's a lot of pathology.
In this slide, we have the LGBT.
This is a presentation, Mark.
This is discrimination. I'm sorry. This is U.S. LGBT employment discrimination laws that protect LGBTQ individuals. In the purple, we have sexual orientation and gender identity, which is protected in both public and private sector. In the lavender, we have sexual orientation, which is protected. However, gender identity is only protected in state employment. In the royal blue, we have sexual orientation protected through all employment. In the fuchsia, we have sexual orientation and gender identity protected through state employment. And in the turquoise, we have sexual orientation protected through state employment. And lastly, in the gray, there's no state level protection for LGBTQ employees.
Shouldn't be any.
And you can legally get fired in 29 states for being gay or LGBT. And this is how
sorry, it's a perversion, dude. Sorry.
You can become an ally. You can get involved with the Wallace and Moyes Project to support the LGBTQ community. Advocate for equal and fair policies.
Teaching a kid this.
Speak up for justice and be a role model, and be up to date with current events affecting the LGBTQ community.
They're teaching this trash, and there's a child
These are
here.
current program services which we provide at the Wallace and Moyes Project, which is HIV counseling and testing to gay, bisexual, and transgender community, Hep C education and testing, substance abuse education to LGBTQ Latinos and Latinas, HIV STD prevention to the faith-based community. We offer support groups for gay men, positive men, and transgender women.
Positive men?
And we are also currently working on the AIDS monument and enlisting new
That means they have
who
AIDS.
who have passed away.
Well, maybe they were raped or something. It's terrible. God, these are individuals who need
And
help.
here's our contact information. Richard Olivar, which is the CEO and founder of the Wallace and Moyes Project. Angela, which is myself, and Johanna Padilla as well. And thank you for having me.
Would you want your kids watching this? This is child abuse, dude. This is child abuse. Child abuse. This is child abuse.
As we celebrate
This kid thinks it's cute.
Pride Month here in the city of Cudahy, I'd be remiss if we don't recognize some of those heroes that have been at the forefront of this struggle, at this fight for LGBT rights for many, many years. And the executive director of this organization, Richard Zaldivar, is one of those heroes. And we want to recognize his work, his achievements on behalf of the LGBTQ community. But before we bring him up, we do have a few remarks from California State Senator's Office, Ricardo Lara.
I don't hear a lot of applause. Ooh.
Good evening, Mayor, councilmembers, and community at large. It is my pleasure to be here today. We would also like to celebrate with you as we also look back and celebrate that today is the 1-year anniversary of
Orlando.
the senseless death that occurred at the council in Florida. And so on that, because of that, I would like to ask you and the community at large today to join me for a moment of silence as we honor the dead.
65.
The one with the blonde hair over there. Thank you very much for indulging me and honoring all the other people. As we celebrate LGBTQ month, I would like to also acknowledge with you the work of the Walla Memoria and also acknowledge
Peter, I'm smiling.
And also acknowledge the work of Mr. Richard Saldivar, who has been working with the Lawless for many years, from its inception until now. I have recognitions for him on behalf of State Senator Ricardo Lara, also congressional recognition on behalf of Congresswoman Lucille Rodell Allard, and Assembly Member Anthony Rendon. So I would like to ask Mr. Richard Saldivar if you can join me over here.
I just keep dropping stuff. He's outside sketching with everybody. He's arguing, no one on the main. He's just screaming at everybody. Who is this? Okay. Can we hear a few words?
We would also like to acknowledge Senator Lara is the first LGBT, openly gay member of the California State
Wait a minute, let me
Senate.
see.
Openly gay member of color in the California State Senate.
Okay.
As such, I would like to thank the community for all of the work that they have done to work on behalf of equal rights, regardless of color, of gender, of status. And we would like to just thank the community for that and also let them know that we will continue in that fight so that we can encourage and make sure that California is a state where people are safe, people can continue to worship and love anyone who they want to be. So thank you very much for your
Laura
time.
wanted to shut push his
Thank you so much, Peter.
Laura doesn't support the First Amendment rights. It's not true.
We also have a few recognitions for Richard L. Saldivar from Hilda Solis' officer, Supervisor Hilda Solis, in recognition of your dedication and service and valuable contributions to the Southeast Los Angeles community and the residents of LA County. We also have it from Assembly Speaker Anthony Rendon in recognition of your remarkable leadership and commitment to the education of Latino communities about HIV and AIDS prevention for more than 20 years. On behalf of the California State Assembly and 63rd Assembly District, thank you for your tireless efforts to make our community a better place.
Is that okay?
Excuse me, that's your official first warning. Thank you. Now, on behalf of the city of Cudahy, I'd like to offer you a proclamation. Whereas at the age of 18, Mr. Saldivar served as president of the local youth group where he organized community meetings and educated youth about issues such as substance abuse, leadership skills, contributing to the community. Whereas his contributions, organizing youth and senior support groups, as well as co-producing the local radio talk show, became one of the youngest appointees to the National Democratic Convention Platform Committee in 1980. Whereas Mr. Saldivar's passion and determination in the fight against HIV/AIDS fueled a lifetime of public service. Whereas in 2004, staff, board members, and supporters of the Wall Las Memorias project brought together 1,400 people to celebrate the unveiling of The monument inspired in the shape of a Cudahy. The monument displays the names of 8,000 people that have been lost to AIDS. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Cudahy, on behalf of its residents, hereby issue this proclamation to Richard Zaldivar for his contributions in helping educate Latino communities about AIDS awareness, as well as lending his voice to the LGBT community. Thank you.
What about the letter Q? It took him a while. Boyfriend and boyfriend.
Mr. Mayor, and members of the council, my deepest appreciation for this honor. When I learned of this honor on Saturday night, I told my partner, first of all, I want to share that my partners in the House, staff,
And he's half his age.
I was shocked at this honor, but I also accept the challenge. I sometimes go to sleep at night, wondering how much more I need to do. When I founded the monument, my best friend at the time had shared that he was HIV positive. And I saw all the stigma that our community was dealing with when it came to HIV and sexuality. And I said I had to do something. I'm also a recovering alcoholic. I have 28 years. And because I got sober,
I imagine he was molested.
Gay man that I am.
Sounds like he was molested.
Was to get back to the community. So that's what I do, the work that I do today. There's still great, first of all, I want to thank you for this acknowledgement of Pride Month here in the city of Cudahy. Being gay today is much easier for some, not for all. Because we still have to deal with discrimination and bigotry.
We have people who are straight and they're just
transphobia. In some communities worse than others.
What's needed above all is.
But it takes leaders like yourselves, leaders like people who come out of the closet to say, you know, this is who I am. I happen to be and I happen to look the way I am. But we get to the place where we say that we're God's children. We are who we're supposed to be.
Yes, this man's a homosexual.
In the eyes of God,
what bothers me, no, it's not normal, it's destructive.
The other people who have to deal with their own identity as to who they are and why they're here.
Is he talking about us?
This comes no greater time than today. This is a scary time for all of us in this country. We have never witnessed this before. Such hatred and such bigotry.
Where's the hatred? Where's the bigotry?
We've seen hate crimes on an increase of all our communities, whether they be Muslim or transgender. And it really is bothersome for me, who still believes in dreams, that I still believe that we all can live in this world together as God's children.
Do you agree?
We really need to focus in on hate. Hate is not normal. Hate comes from fear.
I'm going to stay. I need to stay.
Hate comes from the unknown.
Hate comes from
as we in the LGBT community have marched forward towards greater rights, trying to keep people alive from HIV and AIDS. We know how it is.
People are not born gay, but I don't think it's.
So we continue to call upon the elected officials to help guide us in this process. But it's not only the elected officials' responsibility.
That's why I'm part of mass resistance.
It's a responsibility of community. For democracy should be debated. with respect before we lose it. And so I thank you in this honor. And I ask that we all work together on a place of respect and dialogue.
Trump doesn't hurt gays at all.
So that we can continue to have this great country called America. Not just for one group of people or for another group of people, but for all people. Because we're all brought into this world by one God. So with that, with complete humility,
I guess I don't know anyone's listening.
thank you all.
There's a lot of people who do not approve. I don't approve. Have a seat. There's no honor for that. I know a lot of people who they die early because of this behavior. It kills. That's why I don't celebrate it.
Moving on.
Yeah. It's destructive. We just can't have that kind of behavior. Sorry, but
Section C. Thank you, by the way, Richard, so much for that.
oh my God. We call this the hind lick maneuver.
For Section C, we have the Los Angeles County Chief Sustainability Office. Are they here today?
Where is Jack Guerrero? Jack Guerrero. That's ridiculous, you know. I don't know why. There should be 5 council members and one of them's missing. It's not okay.
Honorable council members and mayor, it's an honor to be here, and thank you for the opportunity to come and talk to you today about a program called
Average lifespan for homosexuals is diminished by 20% compared to the normal lifespan. That's a fact. Sorry, but it's true.
Can you hold the mic closer to your mouth, please?
Certainly be happy to.
Oh my God. Isn't that guy in Redondo Beach?
I'm going to provide a bit of an overview of what the program is, what the reasons why
I agree, hate the sin, but not the
are
sinner.
engaging in this program, talk a little bit about how we put it together, and
What is
answer any questions you may have. And I'll be as brief as I can because I know you've got a lot of things on your agenda today. So the first thing to recognize here is that what we are creating is not a full public utility.
Lori, that is the Chief Sustainability Officer. He's Mr. Community Choice Aggregation.
This is a hybrid, so what we do is we're providing power generation or power procurement services. We're setting the rates for those services, and that's important to locally controlled rates. And we're developing
every perversion you can think of.
Southern California Edison will continue to provide transmission and distribution, as well as meter reading and billing services. So this is a bit of a hybrid, but it really does bring to local governments the ability to control the most important part of the power, which is where you get your power and how much you're charging residents for that. There's a number of reasons why cities are doing this, and the first one is simply it provides customers with choice. Today, customers have no choice but to get their electricity from Southern California Edison. Under this program, you now have that option. You have a choice of a locally generated, local product, or you can always go back to Edison.
We have cities all over the county that are dabbling in community choice aggregation. This is a total scam.
That's why the name of the program is Community Choice Energy. The other thing, and I've alluded to it, is that we are providing local control. So here, the city of Cudahy with the county of Los Angeles, with other cities, would form a joint powers authority, and that joint powers authority would have a board of directors made up of the members. And those members will set the rates and determine what the customer programs are. The key purpose for this is to really provide lower cost energy. So we've done a number of economic and technical studies. We believe that we can provide electricity on a net basis of 5% lower than what is currently provided
No, you can't.
Southern California Edison.
No.
The other reason is we can provide greener energy. By providing greener energy, we can also provide a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. And that's been important for a number of communities.
Yeah, they're doing it everywhere.
A third benefit is really the economic development. And there's two components of economic development. One, our estimates are that customers will save on total about $20 million. That's $20 million that can be returned into the economy either through consumer spending or by businesses reinvesting in their business. More importantly is the actual jobs that will be created. We anticipate that we will be building solar energy plants throughout the basin, and that each of those will create jobs both in the construction and the ongoing operation. So there are real opportunities for economic development here. So let me talk a little bit about how we got here. And how we got here was that 2 years ago now, the Board of Supervisors directed staff to go out and conduct a feasibility analysis, a business plan. And that plan was finished in 2016, and it said that we could, in fact, looking at a number of conservative assumptions and risks, provide greener energy at lower cost, providing all of these benefits. And so that was presented to the Board of Supervisors last year. And what the board said was great, we love the idea, but we want to do this together with cities. So gave my office the direction to go out, work with cities, to come to city council meetings such as this one, to work with city managers and public works directors, and to actually develop this joint powers authority. That's what we've done over the last 6 months. We negotiated an agreement. We've worked with the COGS. We've worked with cities. We've worked with city councils to develop a joint powers agreement. That agreement was adopted by the Board of Supervisors in April of this year, and we are now out actively asking cities to consider adopting the joint powers authority as well as renaming ordinances. So let me talk a little bit about the agreement itself. It provides that every member gets an equal vote. So the city of Cudahy would have 1 vote on the board of directors, the county of Los Angeles would have 1 vote on the board of directors. We have the ability to call for a weighted vote, but that's very restricted, and that was something that we negotiated with the cities. And so that is included, but that is, I'll say, in the history of these programs in Northern California, now 70 cities and counties that are engaged in these programs, they've never called for a weighted vote. The agreement also calls for a number of committees. I've laid them out here: an executive, finance, and a community advisory committee.
This is boring. I'll be back in a few minutes.